Welcome to Dog Hugs, your podcast celebration sponsored by Loving Pets. Loving Pets, that's what we do. Doggy Wana, dog toys and treats crafted with naturally calming Juana nip. Equus, USA human-grade natural shampoos, conditioners, flea and tick sprays. 5 strands affordable testing, your roadmap to better health. With your hosts, Larry and G-Dog, that's Geraldine Chata and me, Larry K. On today's show, pet journalist Rachel Phelps with Preston, who recently got a heart pacemaker. Plus, Rachel gives us dog travel tips, and we celebrate senior dogs and West Highland Terriers. And big giveaway today, so stay and play.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Dog Hugs, the home for your best pet today. Dog or cat, actually, but mostly dog. I'm Geraldine Chata coming live from Kansas City, Missouri.
And I'm Larry K, coming to you live with Spider from the Laundry Lounge in Los Angeles.
Nice. I have a little wild hair.
I see you pushing down
wild
on this thing. Is that
wild curl. It's kind of wild hair, so this is expected of us, right?
That's right. Is that because the mallet wouldn't work on it?
Oh, wait, where's the mallet? Oh, ooh, the mallet's working. I'm going to pound that hair right back in. This is my attitude adjuster. I'm going to use this in my office, and I don't use it with dogs because they're actually easier to train. I don't need to use this, but this is kind of fun.
That looks like something I'd have fun chewing on.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, my dogs would love to chew on this, but I'm going to pound down the hair today. And I'm also going to smell some chamomile.
Yum, yum, yum.
Oh, there's something about chamomile. But let's go back to our topic of conversation today, which is senior dogs.
Oh, yes.
They love chamomile. They do. And so do senior cats.
Yes, I love chamomile too. Keeps
So do I.
this senior dog calm.
And my senior tail calm. Yes.
Folks, we have a terrific giveaway for you today from our wonderful sponsor, Loving Pets. And let's see, I'll put you over here. And here we go. Coming in. There we go.
Coming in hot. My favorite treats. I love them. They are easy to utilize. They don't crumble in your pocket. Sorry.
Yeah.
They have, they're bite size, and your dog
Yes.
choke on them, which is a big deal for me as a trainer. And they have carabiners to attach them to your backpack or your belt or your belt loop so that you can train your dog easily with them. And your dogs love them, and they're a very high value treat for them for that response factor.
Yeah, really get great point on all fronts. When I do training, each of my pockets are with different value treats, and going down from regular kibble, and then the Houndations are definitely a higher value treat. I just love these products, and you get you get all of these. So all you have to do to win is get selected when we have the drawing at the end of the show. So just say, I want to be in the giveaway. Or say even yes when Charlie, our other team member, asks you, do you want to be in the giveaway? Say yes.
It's that simple. So join in.
We already have a few people coming on with us. Some of our best friends, Steve Collier and Kimberly Smith. Hey, Geraldine, yesterday, Kimberly and I got to meet for the first time. We got together on Zoom, and we had just a lovely conversation. I got to meet Darlin, so that was great. Hi again to you, Kimberly. And Marie Burns. Welcome, Marie. And where are you from, Marie? Thank you for joining us. And Debbie Goldsmith, welcome to you as well. And Twyla Blantz, welcome. Where are you all from? Some of your names I don't yet recognize, or maybe I'm just forgetting. Yeah, if you're new to the show, do let us know. We would love to welcome you in a special way.
Please do. Type yes in the chat and then be a part of our giveaway because our prizes are amazing. And so are senior dogs. And today is one of our highlights, obviously, as we've mentioned a tiny bit, our senior dogs who love chamomile. That this is a really great thing for senior dogs and senior cats. And by the way, I'm going to slur today a little bit because I've got braces. So although I pulled my braces out, my Invisaligns out, I have those little tiny things that look like razor blades sticking off my teeth. So if y'all start commenting, what's wrong with Geraldine's teeth and why is she lisping? It's because Geraldine did Invisalign to help fix her jaw. I've had a jaw issue for a while, and maybe it's because I'm a senior human, according to statistics. I'm sliding into senior, and we're talking about sliding into senior as a pet. And what does that mean? It means our senses are dulled, our noses, our ears, even our taste buds have changed. And so has our reactionary behavior. So the best thing to do is to understand a senior dog. And we're going to discuss one of my favorite senior dogs on the show today. So if you're not already in the giveaway, please jump in. But gosh, you're going to love, and you'll have a chance after, you're going to love what Rachel Phelps has to say today.
Yes, we do want to say, look who's with us today. Rachel Phelps, welcome. And Preston says woof to all of you too. You're going to meet Rachel in just a moment. And Rachel looks like is joining us on YouTube. Thank you for coming in there, Rachel, as well. And if you want to join the chat, Rachel, we're over on Positively Woof on Facebook as well. And yes, Twyla is new with us, and she's from Oklahoma. Welcome.
Oh, my favorite places on the planet.
Twyla.
Love Oklahoma. Thank you, Twyla, so much for joining us here on Dog Hugs.
This is fantastic. So in addition to senior dogs, this is also a time for traveling with your dog. And so here are some tips for traveling with your dog. Rachel's going to have some more tips later, and here's a starter for us. It's holiday time, and as the COVID pandemic begins to fade, it might be time for a trip with your dog. Nothing is more important for a happy trip than a well-packed bag of doggy supplies. First, put a trip dog tag with your destination's phone number and address, a special tag just for this trip. Or check out the new QR code dog tag by Zulu Tales, where you can add extra addresses online. Bring your dog's rabies vaccination certificate or tag. Make sure your dog is current on all those vaccinations, including the new dog flu vaccine for leptospirosis. Your dog's medications. Remember that some medicines need to be refrigerated, so you want to figure that out. Bring also local phone numbers, including an emergency vet and poison control. Spider, hup! Now, Spider has a glow-in-the-dark collar. Oh, you want to eat it? And bring a flashlight, or make sure that your phone flashlight is charged. Your first aid kit is also essential. Dog Hugs recommends our friend of the show, Arden Moore's website, Pet First Aid for You. Flea and tick prevention. Mosquito repellent, only on your dog's coat, never on the dog's skin. A travel crate, plenty of dog towels, and the usual supplies. Food, water bowls, bedding, leash, grooming, a couple of safe toys, and don't forget your poop bags. Car safety is also important, right, buddy? I believe your dog should always ride in the back seat, especially this guy. Inside a carrier straight or strapped in as Spider is with a dog seatbelt harness. You can protect your back seat with a blanket or seat covers. Now, ventilation is also very important. If you're not using the air conditioner or fan, open the window just enough so that your dog gets a little breeze. But don't open your window so far that your dog can stick his head out. I know that the iconic image of a smiling dog with his head out the window feels joyful for us. But sadly, countless injuries occur from flying debris. A couple of more resources. You can download a free copy of trip setup checklists and dog training logs from my award-winning book, Training the Best Dog Ever, from my website at positivelywoof.com. Dog Hugs will be right back.
Loving Pets Foundation's treats are an ideal reward when working to establish a schedule or when teaching new skills. They're small, soft, bite-sized treats. And all packages come with a free carabiner, which allows you to attach the package to your belt loop, or leash for easy access. At Loving Pets, we make solutions for better pets easier. Loving Pets, it's what we do. The West Highland Terrier is pure white, which is the breed's hallmark. Once considered the non-perfect Cairn Terrier offspring, these white puppies were collected and bred with other breeds in order to generate the longer-bodied white terrier we are familiar with today. Self-reliant and energetic, this terrier makes an all-around wonderful companion dog, which graces the packages of dog products and has left a serious imprint on our hearts.
Doggy Wanna, from the makers of Meow Wanna. Revolutionary new dog toys and treats crafted with naturally calming Wanna nip. Check us out on TikTok.
Suffer from red, itchy skin or flea bites and nothing you've tried seems to help? Equus Microtech Shampoo and Spray are the finest and most cost-effective option available. Microtech Shampoo and Spray soothe on contact. Why go to the vet? Help your dog or cat with just one application at a fraction of the cost. Microtech stops scratching, biting, and licking instantly. Microtech smells great, and it's safe for use on puppies or kittens. Available online at eqyss.com. Microtech Shampoo and Spray. It's guaranteed.
Here's your bill. Please pay out front.
A visit to your vet shouldn't cost you an arm or a leg. With a testing kit from 5 Strands, keeping your best friends healthy has never been so affordable. 5 Strands Affordable Testing will help you build a roadmap to better health. Go to 5strands.com today.
And now more dog hugs.
So Larry, I'm wearing my pearls for a couple of reasons.
Tell me.
One is it's Senior Dog Month. So not that pearls and senior like totally go together, but they kind of do. And also the National Dog Show is this Thursday. I'm so excited. And I know who the winner is, but y'all don't. So
do not tell me. I don't. Nah. I don't want to know.
my lips are sealed. But on the other hand, you all get to watch between 12 and 2, all time zones. So hide the remote from your hubby or from your kids.
Everybody wants to watch that show.
Exactly. Yeah. Watch the National Dog Show and see who wins Best in Show. It's an amazing show. You're going to love it. But let's go back to senior pets.
Well, actually, I do want to say, folks, Geraldine knows the winner of the show because it was filmed last Saturday and it's going to be replayed live. And as I understand it, Geraldine, everybody there is sworn to secrecy, but somehow there was a leak to you because I know you're an ad hoc part of the team.
I actually fluttered there on my little ship and I went to the show and I watched it. So I know who won. I fluttered back. So just don't tell anyone that I had fluttered there. I just happen to have some inside information due to travel. So isn't that cool that you should watch and grab that remote, hide it, 12 to 2, all time zones, NBC. And after that, the Peacock Network will debut some information about junior handlers. You're going to love that show. So please do tune into that. But in the meantime, let's fast forward, or let's rewind back to senior dogs.
Yes.
And our guest.
Yeah, our guest today, Rachel Phelps, and we're going to be meeting her in just a moment with Preston, her senior dog, who just got a pacemaker, heart pacemaker. And Rachel is one of our country's best pet journalists, so she really tells the story in quite a great way.
She does it. And Larry, did you know that Preston has a middle name?
No.
It's Peabody. I had no idea. That Preston's middle name is Peabody, and that Rachel used to be afraid of dogs when she was young. And I think she has a story there she just hasn't shared with us yet, which we'll talk about next on one of our next interviews with her. But for today, one of our most well-respected and amazing journalists, Mrs. Rachel Phelps, will be telling us a lot about Preston. Preston,
fantastic. And before we start showing you that interview with them, just want to encourage folks to sign up for the big giveaway today.
Have they?
Whoa, missed it. There we go. Take 2. Foundations.
So yes, definitely type YES in the chat, or just let us know you want to be a part of the giveaway. And our other team member, Charlie, will be actually giving you a number, which if you text the dog, if you text Spider and say, hey, I got this number 5 and I really want the treats today, maybe he'll draw number 5 out of the laundry lounge for you. Sorry. Once again, the briefs are crazy.
He's pretty easy to bribe, folks.
He is.
And we do have some, what am I trying to say here? We've got all kinds of folks in the audience here. I have braces on my brain.
No, this is really a challenge, I will say. I was grinding my teeth.
Job.
I was grinding my teeth so terribly that I was moving my teeth, and they said, let's get braces. And so now I sound like I'm saying Sally slips down the slippery slope on Sunday. Like I'm going through that whole yes.
That was stupendous, Sylvester.
Thank you.
Yes. And and Rachel says, yay for Brutus. Congratulations on winning Supermodel of the Week. That's fantastic. Yeah. Let's see. It says Steve says Felicia was there just there performing. Got to see. Where were you, Steve? I want to find out. Okay. And Kimberly says, Mom Linda's on the can't figure out how to come to get in the contest. Come on, Linda, you could do this.
Come on in, Linda.
Not today, Linda, then maybe next time. Very good. And okay, great. Well, we've been talking so much about our interview with Rachel. Let's get that going.
Let's dive in.
Right now. Here we go. Welcome to Dog Hugs Rachel, and is that Preston's ear right there?
It is. This is Preston. He
Well,
wanted to join in
hello there,
too.
big guy.
Hi, Preston.
Preston has a new acquisition. Can you tell us about Preston's new acquisition?
Oh, yes, of course. Preston, first of all, he's a 12-year-old West Highland White Terrier, and we had taken him in for a minor procedure just to have a little old man mass wart taken off of, and it triggered an undiagnosed heart condition that he had called sick sinus syndrome, and that means that his heart forgets to beat. So it slows down the rate, and there's pauses in between the beats. And
Well, when humans have such a skip a beat, we sometimes get pacemakers.
yes, and Preston just got his as well.
Oh
went-
my gosh.
We went to the University of Illinois because we're based in Kentucky. They're the closest major vet teaching hospital, and they put a pacemaker in a month ago. Interesting fact is that a dog pacemaker is the same thing as the human pacemaker. They use the exact same equipment. And sometimes they have donations where people in their will can donate their pacemaker, or say they're getting it taken out or switched out. You can donate that, and then that helps lower the cost of the surgery. And so he got his pacemaker in. He was a month crate rest because they have to be still to let everything heal, which is very challenging for a dog, especially a Westie. And yesterday we just came back from his follow-up, and everything's perfect, and he's off crate rest, and he's enjoying life right now. I'm surprised he's in my lap this long and not sniffing the yard or the house.
And I'm certain it was like just drove him crazy. Being in that kennel during that time, or that crate, to help maintain his composure while he healed.
Oh, yes.
So tell us what one of his toughest moments was. Did he have a tough time the first couple of days going, Mom, really?
The first couple of days was actually easier because he was on pain meds. You know how it
That
usually
helps.
is, even when we humans have surgery, it's when you start wanting to move around, it gets hard. The hardest part would probably be at night because he's used to sleeping on our bed, and he couldn't, because what if he gets up in the middle of the night? And he would cry, and he'd give this look. You know how dogs have the look.
That pitiful.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, really?
Yes. So last night he slept in our bed, and he was in heaven. He grabbed a pillow and slept right at the top of the bed, like all spaced out, and we're all squished on each side. We're like, you can do this tonight, Preston.
He probably snored.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes.
like some other people I know, not to be named or mentioned today. But Rachel, did you notice anything about his behavior that might have led you to believe that he needed this? Or did the doctor mention a symptom?
Well, when he was in surgery, he crashed, and they weren't sure if they were going to be able to pull him up out of it. And his heartbeat got down to 15 or 20, and it's supposed to be 80. And they say sometimes it's just when you have surgery and they have a condition, sometimes it triggers it. So we had quite a few days of panic and emergency vets and consultings. And he ended up wearing a Holt monitor, which is like a vest that monitors all the heart, whatever the beats and all that, for a day. And then they finally determined that he had the sick sinus syndrome. But looking back, we noticed he was getting tireder, but we thought it was just him aging too. Like he'd need more naps, or he wouldn't play as long with his younger sister dog Piper. But that is a symptom of it. It's just hard to tell when it gradually comes along.
Right.
Yeah.
So the takeaway from that is just know thy dog.
Mhm.
If you start noticing that they're a little more lethargic, or they sleep a
Mhm.
little longer than normal, and then it becomes a lot normal than longer, that would be a sign to have their heart checked out by their veterinarian cardiologist, or whoever their primary care is for your
Definitely.
pet.
Yeah.
So that's a great tip. And so tell us a little bit about Piper. I know Piper was probably inspiring him to run around a little bit more.
Definitely. Piper is she's a rescue. We got her when the owners brought her back to a rescue at about 6 months. We have a rescue, and they were older, and they were like, she's just too much full of energy. We forgot how much work a puppy is. So we like, well, she can just join our pack. And she's as hyper as could be, full of energy, as opposite as Preston, stubborn but sweet and cute and wants to run and play all the time. And it just killed her. I think it was the crate rest was harder on her than Preston, because she would just sit there and she'd whine at the crate door like, come out, Preston. So,
Like, what's wrong? Where'd you go? You
Yep.
used to hang out with me and now you just want to be in there?
Mhm.
Gosh, do I smell funny, or do I need a bath? That's hilarious.
yeah.
And then tell us a little bit more about in general for Preston. What are they what are they saying in terms of, you notice he feels better now. He's healed. He made it through his short amount of time, even though his sister was bothering him to get out and about all the time. But now that you see that he's healing better, what's some of your tips for maintenance for a dog that has to live with a pacemaker, is now living with a pacemaker?
One of the biggest things is you just know your dog. If he starts sleeping more, or not as active, or even when he's running, all of a sudden he stops because maybe the pacemaker is beating too much when he's active. Just watch for those, just anything different, because just like a human pacemaker, you can take your dog in and they have machines that adjust all the settings, so they can tweak it to where maybe if he's out playing, they can bring down the amount it has to work so it's not beating too fast. And the other big thing is the pacemaker is put in the dog's neck. So you cannot put a collar on your dog and use it with the leash, because then you're pulling on the pacemaker. So you have to use harnesses. And like we've already talked to our groomer, because when they put them on the table, they put that around their neck to keep them there, and made our vet aware, no slip leads, that kind of thing. Because the last thing you want to do is dislodge this out of his neck, and then you got to go in and do the whole surgery again. So
that's a great tip for anyone who has a senior dog that either has a pacemaker or maybe in need of one soon, that you have to avoid having any kind of constraint around the area where the pacemaker is.
Yeah.
So how do you tag your pet if your pet's a senior pet and say they have this pacemaker and maybe their sight and their sense of smell and their sense of hearing is starting to wane a little bit? So do you keep, I know they'll have a chip, but do you keep a harness on him all the time with tags, or would that be a suggestion you would make?
That's a suggestion. Our cardiologist vet said he can wear a collar, just more as a decoration, like a fashion accessory to hold the tag. But you just cannot hook a leash to it and create any type of pulling.
It's probably better not to wear the collar at all then, even though you'd like some bling. Now, Rachel, you're also a very well-respected, certainly by me, pet journalist. What are you seeing now in the new trends, now that we're dealing with this part of the pandemic?
I'm seeing more and more people are ready to leave the home. They want to go back on vacation. They want to go see their families that they haven't been able to due to the pandemic. And more people want to take their pets with them, because honestly, the pets are used to being around you all the time and you're used to having them with you. So we're seeing more and more questions about traveling with your pet, flying with your pet, even just road trips, especially if your dog or even cats now. I mean, there's some cats that are just as active as dogs. They put the harness on and you see them, hiking the Grand Canyon type of thing.
Oh, yes.
So a lot more questions about tips and tricks and products to take your dog with you.
Do you have a favorite product right now that helps you with Preston and Piper while you're traveling? Because I know I saw you at Super Zoo, etc. Do you have a favorite product now that helps with that travel process for both of them?
Right now, because of the harness, I'm looking into a lot of harnesses, different styles, what works best for him. But with us traveling, the collapsible bowls have been great for the hotel rooms, because honestly, traveling with a pet is like traveling with a toddler. They're gonna have their own bag with all their supplies. Another tip I like to give is pack a dog pet first aid kit with some common meds that, like anti-diarrhea. We had that happen at an event where poor Piper got sick and in the hotel. So we always bring cleaning products and anti-diarrhea and just bandages, anything that you would need, because it's hard to find that stuff in an emergency, especially when you don't know vets in the town or where to go, that kind of thing.
Great tips.
Mhm.
Those are essentials because even though the hotel you're staying at may have most of what you need, they won't have everything you need for pets. They'll have, like you were saying, some human medicines are okay for pets, but some are not. And so having the availability in your own bag makes a huge difference. Plus, you have to live in that room while you're traveling with your pets. And if they have diarrhea, oh my goodness, you can kind of, and windows don't always open in hotel rooms. So it's best to mitigate the issue and take it outside instead of having those accidents in the hotel room, even though I know how careful you and everyone else that travels with. But yes, we love those tips. Those are great tips. And we love all of everything that you have to share in the public trade publications and on your own blog has been beneficial for myself, I'm sure, Larry, and so many other people through the couple of decades now that you've been doing this. So
well, thank you. And we did write about Preston's pacemaker in a lot of details on his blog, prestonspeaks.com. So if someone's looking into going through that process, we wrote out the whole journey, which we couldn't find much information when we went through it. So I wanted to put it out there for future people who were dealing with pacemakers.
Want your dog featured on Dog Hugs? It's simple.
Post in the Facebook chat a video of your not-so-talented dog lying on the couch.
Or a video of your super talented dog doing a trick.
Post a funny photo of your dog.
Or a video of your dog graduating from dog training school.
Post a birthday picture.
Some artwork of your pet.
Or anything else you have you'd love to share.
At Dog Hugs, we're here to celebrate and share your dogs.
So Rachel, Dog Hugs is wrapped in a shelter shout out. We think that shelters matter, all the work that everyone does. Is there a particular shelter that you'd like to give a shout out today on Dog Hugs?
Sure. Actually, we'd like to give a shout out to our own rescue, our own shelter. It's called the Preston Cares Network. We're a nationwide nonprofit rescue that focuses on educating and helping other rescues with their social media and promotion needs. But then our other component is we're a Westie rescue that covers the state of Kentucky and Indiana from Indianapolis south. Our local Westie rescue closed, and there was such a need. And I'm not going to leave a dog if someone calls me, like this dog needs help. And so we have a network of fosters over the two states. We're home-based, and we deal with Westies, Westie mixes, and we call them friends of Westies, non-Westie siblings of Westies that all need help. So,
yeah, beautiful. Rachel, Dog Hugs is wrapped in gratitude. Is there somebody in your life or in the world who you'd love to give a personal shout out to?
Sure. I'd actually like to give a shout out to my friend, Shorty Rossi. He is also the pit boss on the TV show Animal Planet. We met him on the road doing pet events, but his dog and my dog, Preston, are best friends. So
that's cute.
The odd couple.
A piteous bestie with a Westie.
Yes, yes. And Shorty he helped coordinate a fundraiser to raise some funds for Preston's pacemaker surgery too. So I'd love to give a shout out to him and to his rescue, Shorty's rescue too, because they're a pit bull rescue. It's a hard job to do. So
definitely, and thank you, Shorty, for all that you did to help Preston, and thank you, Rachel. You and your hubby and your puppies are incredible and have done so much to change the world of pets today.
Thank you.
What a treat. Oh my goodness.
Isn't that nice? That's amazing.
Yes.
And Senior Pets, amazing. Is it your turn or my turn today for gratitude? Is it yours?
My turn for
It
gratitude.
is. So Larry, I know you are always filled with gratitude, but is there some way you can wrap us in more today?
Yeah, as we head into the Thanksgiving holiday, Indigenous Peoples holiday, my special shout out goes to those people who may be observing this time alone, whether you're homeless or just happen to be away from folks or are quarantining right now. My special shout out, blessing, gratitude goes to you and anybody who may be in that kind of lonely situation at this time of gathering and gratitude.
And we love you here. So join us. Watch our reruns. You can find us anytime. And please do not ever feel alone, because you should not. I want you to know out there that we and many other people are there for you. So reach out to those people that will actually be there and take your call.
Yeah,
I think,
and if you are feeling alone, that's okay, because you do have value in this life, in this world, and we have so much to share.
we do. And you're so important. So hang in there. We're here for you.
Yeah, we have 7 people today in today's giveaway. So the way this works is, if you've seen us before, each of you get a tennis ball. It's marked numbers 1 through 7. Spider's excited for his job already. Hey, Spider. Hey, buddy. Wait a minute. Why don't you go back up here? Come here, buddy.
Come on, Spider.
There you go. Sit
Can you check and make sure? Actually, have you trained Spider to check the laundry lounge to make sure that there's no laundry in the machine? Please just say.
All right, here we go.
So stop.
All right, who's today's winner? Up we go. And
Let's see what number.
I gotta go get it. Hey, Spider.
And it probably went under the washer. That's why it's so funny. It went under the washer, didn't it?
Human error, fumble. Hey, number 5, you're our winner today. Congratulations.
Lucky number 5. So Charlie will let us know shortly who that is. And it's Carol.
Carol. Congratulations, Carol.
Carol, you're going to love.
Very good. Congratulations, Carol. And you will get the special Houndations treats. We've
love me some Houndations.
Yes. So we have. Hey, Steve Collier clarified that one thing. I was wondering where Felicia, his partner, Felicia Foy, who's also a wonderful dog trainer and tricks performer, was performing between classes at the National Dog Show.
Oh, I wish I would have been there. I would have photographed her. Next year.
Yes.
Next year.
Yeah, so she was going to take that.
Congratulations, Felicia.
And Kimberly's going to show her mom to show her how to use the comment button when she's good on you, Kimberly.
Thank you, yes. Kimberly.
Oh, and my parents are coming in. I get to see them on Thursday. Beautiful thoughts. Yes. And Collier,
happy Thanksgiving.
Congratulations. Kathy Ann, great to see you. Hi, everyone. And hello, my sweetheart Spider. Hear that? It's Kathy Ann. Great to see you again, Kathy Ann. Well, thank you again, folks, for joining us today on Dog Hug. Any final words from you today?
Senior Dogs Rock.
Senior Dogs Rock. Well said. Yes. And folks, as always, we've got a happy Thanksgiving from Kimberly. Fantastic. And we are grateful
for you.